Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thingy Racing Channel, and this evening, for your pleasure, we are covering the Ultimate Racing League's Wednesday night live racing with the UTCC, the Replica BTCC League 2, and it's the penultimate round, ladies and gentlemen. It is round 9. This championship has been a dogfight from the beginning right up to this very moment. The battle between Hodgie and Wayne, the Mad Dio Double G, has been nothing but fierce. And there has been Slowpoke and Niggle fighting for positions as well, and Dergview. It's been an amazing championship so far. And here we are to the streets of Tokyo on the Tokyo Expressway. Round 9 brings us for 3 sprint races, ladies and gentlemen, and they're using road cars modified to go racing. Yes, they are. It's unbelievable. So let's have a look at your grid then, ladies and gentlemen, before we start race 1. On pole position, ladies and gents, is Hodgie in the Lexus. He has absolutely smashed it around the streets of Tokyo. He has taken lots of favours with fate and avoided the walls, but got a great lap in the end to come out on pole position. In second spot, we have the Ford Focus of Niggle, ladies and gentlemen. And Niggle, fierce last round, and is absolutely chomping at the bit for some trophies. In third, our championship leader, Wayne the Mad Dio Double G, holding down quite a cool position. It's okay. Let these guys duke it out. Let these guys smash each other up, then move through to take the lead. That is the way. I didn't look at their tyres. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Then in fourth place, we have the McShady of Phaser. And that's got to be his best qualifying to date, surely. My wife says I don't listen to her or something like that. It's something like that. It might be. So that is, I've got to say, I reckon that's his best qualifying to date in this series. So it's just a very narrow track, ladies and gentlemen, though. It doesn't look like there's movement, room to budge out there. Then in fifth place, we have Dangerous Declan, ladies and gentlemen. He has come on leaps and bounds from where he began at the beginning of the season, and he is now up there fighting with the big boys in his Focus. Something clicked in the last few rounds, and Declan really is on top of his Ford. In sixth place, we have Slowpoke, winner, ladies and gentlemen. Won multiple times this season so far, and has found it tricky here at Tokyo, or just not as brave as the 5 ahead of him. In seventh place, we've got the Burtmer of Rossi, aka Biggie, and it's looking fantastic under the street lights of Tokyo, ladies and gentlemen. In eighth place, we have Castian. This is his second car this season. He has driven the Nissan and now has moved over to drive for Ford Focus, sitting in eighth place ahead of ninth in the Ford Focus of Sid the Sloth. Rah, rah, rah. Right then, that's your grid, ladies and gentlemen. 9 go battling around the streets of Tokyo. They are brave fellows. Let's see how they got on in race 1. Well, let's have a quick look at their tyres. Soft, 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 soft. No, medium. Mediums for Big E, Castian soft, and mediums for Sid the Sloth. So they have to use at least the mediums on one race per round. So looks like those guys are getting them out the way early doors. No more delay, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. The lights are on. We're racing. Come on. Hodgie pulls away. Lovely. Niggle as well. Those Focuses do have an advantage off of the start. standing start, and Nigel has taken that advantage to the fullest by taking the lead from the Hodge. And now Wayne G is just waiting for his plan to materialise, where Hodgie and Nigel go battling. But Nigel is off to leaps and bounds, ladies and gentlemen, and Hodgie can all but follow. Wayne there as well. He's got a lovely gap from Fazer. Fazer in the McShady has got Slowpoke and Declan. Slowpoke beating Declan off of the line there, and Biggie in 7th ahead of Castian, and Sid the Sloth in 9th place. So Nigel leads, but now Hodgie, the tyres are warming up, and he is starting to add some pressure to this mix, with Wayne as well, all there as well. They go under the tunnel, and the cars are just barely gripping Wayne looked like he was nearly destination barrier, but he saved the focus, but lost a bit of ground to Hodgie, as Hodgie now puts some pressure upon the Nigel. Fazer doing fine in his 4th place, but Declan and Slowpoke through. No, Declan's back ahead, sorry, of Slowpoke. Ooh, I think Hodgie looked like he was rearing up for a move there, ladies and gentlemen, sitting in the wake of Nigel, and Nigel, just all he can do is plant that accelerator and hope for the best as they come down. Oh, it's not a heavy braking, but those road cars, ladies and gentlemen, barely want to hold on to the tarmac. You see them listering in the corners, and they can barely handle the speeds that they are carrying around here, and it is deadly with the walls all around. And Wayne then trying to make some headway as he climbs up the gap between himself and Hodgie. Hodgie trying to put the pressure on Nigel, but Nigel has got it all under control, ladies and gentlemen, at the moment. Declan in 4th. He's got past Fazer. Oh, we're missing him. We've got to stay down here, haven't we? And Rossi closing in on Slowpoke on those medium tyres. Bit of a gap to Castian and Sid the Sloth, but Rossi looking racy upon Slowpoke. Fazer slipping down into 5th place as Declan moves up and into 4th. And this is fantastic, baby. So Rossi then on board. Nigel still leads from Hodgie. Wayne the Mad D-O-double-G is in 3rd place. We're on board with Rossi, aka the Biggie, as he tries to set about this lovely little fight we've got for 4th place. And Rossi on those medium tyres, but they're doing okay. They're holding on nicely. Slowpoke then trying to get upon the McShady of Fazer. Declan leading them away, while Wayne the Mad DOG, he's got too much of a gap. Hodgie and Nigel, this is the Hodgie and Nigel show, and maybe Wayne thinks, I don't have to risk nothing, I've got a championship to look after. And Hodgie and Nigel can do battle all they like. They've got to do the work, not me. Nigel, a little slice of the wall there, we heard a scrape, and it has that slowed him down, and he has Hodgie closes right in, and Hodgie having a look, he's having a peek, peekaboo, and Hodgie then, no, nothing there, and Nigel still stays in the lead again. Nigel slicing with the wall, and Hodgie is loving this, all up and upon the Ford Focus at the moment, and the Ford is pushing on, but he's scraping barriers as he goes, and it's all good to Hodgie. Hodgie seems to have the more planted car in the corners. The Lexus looking very tidy, not as slidey as the Focus. Oh, again sparks from the side of the Focus, and they are going to be music to Hodgie's ears every time he sees the Focus scrape a wall. It's looking rather good for him. They're leaving Wayne behind, and Declan in that 4th, still ahead of Fazer, and Slowpoke ahead of Biggie. We're watching the battle for 1st, and at the moment Nigel again on the wall, and Hodgie just closing in. Beautiful, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful, and Hodgie's trying to find a small gap to purchase the retail ahead of Nigel, and they're side by side coming up the hill, but you've got to say it's Hodgie's now, and Hodgie takes the lead. ABC, ladies and gentlemen, easy as your 1, 2, 3s. Hodgie just sat patiently behind Niggle, saw Niggle's focus was sliding around more so than his Lexus, and just was patient, ladies and gentlemen. He just used patience and waited for his moment, and he did a beautiful job there. And now he's just got to keep the Lexus tidy and planted, and it's Niggle's job now. But Niggle getting that tyre wear a little worse than Hodgie. Waney as well, trying to stay with the leaders. And Declan in fourth. He's got a gap to Phaser now, and Slowpoke still in sixth as Rossi has slipped back from Slowpoke, and Castian holds on to that eighth place ahead of Sid the Sloth. Oh, Deacon Do in the chat saying what's up. It's all good, man. Sky. Oh, Sid the Sloth getting personal with the barriers. Hodgie leads then from Niggle. And there is gappage, ladies and gentlemen. Hodgie is getting on with the business of getting on. We're going on 6 minutes in this 15-minute race, and Hodgie is doing a blinding job in his championship efforts. Niggle in second, with the Waney in third place. Dangerous Declan doing a solid job for fourth, and he has left the McShady. McShady around 21.2 last time around, and Declan 20.7. Oh yeah, that roof's still hot. Declan is tearing up his tyres though, and Phaser is not. Oof. Did that hurt? He just whacked the barrier. And Slowpoke as well has had a moment with a barrier and all. Rossi on the medium tyres, looking for that Slowpoke, and Slowpoke carrying that damage and a little tyre wear could work in Rossi's favour. Sid the Sloth is ahead of Castian. Castian's got big damage. Castian has hit something very hard indeed, and Sid the Sloth has moved up and into 8th place. Hodgie leads, and look at the speed these are carrying, and Waney is now getting upon the business of getting on to Niggle. He is definitely picking up the pace, ladies and gentlemen, and Waney is going in for the kill as we hit into 7 minutes of this race. We're coming up to halfway, and Waney has decided time waits for no man, and it is time to drop the hammer on our boy Niggle. Niggle at the moment holding position, but Waney closing in. Oh, it's a tight fight between the focusers, ladies and gentlemen. Niggle slamming that wall yet again, and this is where he fell foul to the Hodge, and Waney doing exactly thinking the same thing, but he's not as close as the Hodge was. But Niggle having a struggle going into the tunnel there. He just, the other tunnel, not this tunnel, just cannot keep that focus in the middle of the road, and it just keeps sliding out like it's got a magnet to a barrier. Hodgie meanwhile just disappearing, a 20.1 last time out for him, and he's done a 19.8 this time. Niggle 20.5, Waney 20.8. It is tight for that podium battle. Then we have Declan some way away from them, a 22.3 last time around, but Phaser with that perfect tyre wear is closing in, ladies and gentlemen. Phaser wants to reclaim that 4th place, and can you blame him? The tyre wear on the McShady is unbelievable. Slowpoke in 6th, being caught again by the Rossi, and yes, Slowpoke having that damage earlier in the race has lost a lot of time, and Rossi on the medium tyres is able to close back in on the focus and try and do some damage to Slowpoke's champion. I mean, he won I think last round or something. He was looking like he was on the championship chase again. Outside, yes, bet, but still, anything can happen in the UTCC, ladies and gentlemen. And now, Slowpoke and just not having a great race with the focus around the streets, and again another clash with the barrier for the poke, and Phaser is right, not Phaser, sorry, Rossi is right in his wake, ladies and gentlemen, and ready to tear some schnizzle up. But Slowpoke at the moment defending quite nicely, holding that ground. You can tell he's driving with one arm behind his back, and Rossi, why are you calling him Phaser? Rossi is all up and about his business. Hodgie still leads, Niggle in second. We'll go back to that battle. It still looks quite tight there. And it does look like Fazer has caught back up with the deck, so we'll check that out. This one seems to be settled now. Slowpoke's got back into his rhythm. So Fazer, Declan's tyre wear is woeful, so Fazer he's just got to push on. He's got to find a couple more tenths in that Mercedes. Oh, Wayne's right upon Niggle now. Niggle really is struggling with tyre wear, and he's got just as bad tyre wear, I imagine. It looks now it's not as bad, but still, it's the Ford is really leaning heavily on that front left tyre, and it's a duel between Niggle and Wayne at the moment. Declan seems to be holding our boy Fazer off. Fazer has the speed, though. He's definitely closer now, is Fazer, and Fazer is looking to make that move. We're into 10 minutes of this race. We're into the final 5 minutes now. Well, virtually 4 minutes, and this is it. Fazer's going for the move there. He's having a look up the inside. Declan can do nothing about it. He has no grip, but Declan still holds ground. He still holds the ground ahead of Fazer, and Fazer is up and upon him, and he's throwing everything he's got at him, but Declan somehow sliding that Ford around with no grip and staying ahead of the McShady, and the McShady is sniffing, ladies and gentlemen. He's sniffing left, he's sniffing right. He wants gappage, and it is a tight track indeed, and there we go. He's got some pace up the straight, has he not? No, the Focus holding ground along the straight, and Fazer could not get any closer to the deck. Niggle still in second with Wayne G all up in his business as well, I know. But this is a battle and a half. Castian got himself back ahead of Sid the Sloth as we're watching that we're on board with the Mercedes as it cuts up across. And there's just no gap there for him, is there, ladies? Whoa, 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 wowzers! A brave and bold and brass move through and around and on the inside. Fazer pulls the move, ladies and gentlemen, and Declan just has no grip to do out about it. So Fazer solid as a rock. Wayne all up and in Niggle's business. We have got less than 3 minutes of racing left here on the clock. Hodgie doing a fantastical job out there in the front, unwavered, ladies and gentlemen. The Lexus, it's like it was built for the streets of Tokyo. Niggle and Wayne still duking it out for that second and third place. Fazer reclaiming fourth place back from the deck, whilst Slowpoke is all on his own now. Rossi's disappeared. And Castian getting back ahead of Sid the Sloth, putting Sid the Sloth on those medium tyres in ninth place, and Castian has used his tyres up quite generously. So Hodgie, he's just got to stay cool, stay calm, and stay focused, ladies and gentlemen. A little knock with the barrier, but I'm sure that's nothing to be worried about. And it's Wayne's up ahead. Sorry, I apologise. When did that happen? Here we go. It was on a straight. Let's go back further. Something happened in it. So Niggle in that second. No, it might just be that Niggle just doesn't have the grip. Oh, another barrier hit, and he really struggled to get around that corner, and that just helped Wayne move on up and into second place then for Wayne the Mad D-O-double-G, ladies and gentlemen, keeping this championship going all the way up to the last round. Hodgie, though, doing everything he can and is possible to try and get them points on the board, and he really needed Niggle between him and Wayne. But Wayne is up and into second with Niggle in third, Fazer in fourth, and this is a cracking race from Fazer. I'm pretty sure this is going to be his best result of the season. I'm not sure, but I've got a feeling it could be. Slowpoke, oh no, Declan has slipped down and in. Oh, look at his tyres, they are woeful. Would it have been worth having a pit stop? Could have done, maybe, just to give it a go. But his tyres are done. Declan has no grip anymore. And with a minute and a half on the clock, it's can he stay ahead of Rossi? Rossi some way back now. And Sid the Sloth back ahead of Castian. Castian having a woeful time on those tyres, as Sid the Sloth on the mediums feeling quite comfortable. Hodgie leads, and we're into the final minute, ladies and gentlemen. He might I think this could be it. This could be the final lap. Waney trying to close in on our man Hodgie. I don't know. I think they might get another lap, actually. So, Hodgie at the moment, everything's solid. Waney there. Niggle slipped back with those tyres. Phaser too far back to make any impact on the Niggle. Slowpoke moving up into 5th, and he'll be pleased with that. This race has not gone all that well for him, and Declan just has an absolute tyre woe at the moment, and Rossi too far back to make an attack on the deck. So it looks like deck might be good for 6th place. Sid the Sloth back ahead of Castian, but these two are duking it out hard just for last place, and it means everything to these guys. Hodgie then has started a new lap, as has Waney. Niggle's got onto another lap, and Phaser gets onto that final lap, and now the flag, I believe, is out. Possibly. Yeah, Slowpoke finishes in 5th place, ladies and gentlemen. Declan survives it to get 6th place, but those tyres, bless him. Rossi comes home in 7th spot. And great points. With Castian, it looks like he's going to stay ahead in the end. Hodgie still ahead of Waney, but Waney getting dangerously close as Niggle slips back. And does Phaser have time? I tell you what, he's getting closer, but I don't know if Phaser's got the pace for it. And what's going on here? Oh, I'm all over the place. Sorry, guys. Castian then does finish in that 8th place ahead of Sid the Sloth. And Hodgie then, it's dangerously close for Waney, for Hodgie. Waney staying with him all the way. Niggle, just his tyres gone in the end. And this could be it. Look, Phaser's closing in. Phaser is closing in on the Niggle. Niggle's got damage. This could be a battle, and Phaser could get a podium. Hodgie still stays ahead, but Waney's so close. It's so scary how close. And Hodgie then coming up to the line and takes the win. Waney gets 2nd. Does Niggle hold on to 3rd? Can Phaser do the impossible? Ladies and gentlemen, he's right up his backside. Oh no! Can he do it? No! It's Niggle against Phaser. My gosh, Phaser got so close to a podium, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. So Hodgie takes the win. Great drive from Hodgie there to grab 1st place in the race, with Waney, the Mad D-O-double-G, coming home in 2nd place. A great drive again, with Niggle in 3rd, and Phaser so close, so close, so close to the podium there for the McShady. Slowpoke in 5th, and I imagine he'll take that. The race was not the greatest here around the streets of Tokyo in that Focus, so 5th place, it's not too bad. Declan, oh my word, talk about use your tyres. He might be using mediums for the rest of the round, because those softs are pointless for him come to 10 minutes into the race. Rossi, wow, he lost a lot of time on lap 9. I was going to say, if he didn't have that, whatever happened on lap 9, he would have been there to pick up some of Declan's points, but unfortunately, the Burma were not compliant on the medium tyres. Castian, what a battle Castian had with Sid the Sloth. These two swapping places all the way round, and it was fantastic. So Castian in the end in 8th place ahead of Sid the Sloth. Oh, the brew's good. Let us move on to race 2, which is a total and utter random grid, ladies and gentlemen. They put it into an app on a phone, and the race numbers, and it just spits them out in a random grid. And then that's what they set up with, Matt. Do not look at the spoiler. You know the drill. Come on. I'll get to the race as soon as possible. There we go, there we go. And I'm not quick enough, so we'll pause this. I probably would have been quick enough, wouldn't I? But I want to see the tyres and stuff, you know? So the random grid then. Sid the Sloth is on pole position. He's starting with the racing soft tyre, ladies and gentlemen. He's got Declan alongside him on the medium tyre. Then we have Castian in 3rd place in its focus lockout. Well, yeah, I can see focuses for miles. Castian starting in third. He's starting on the soft tyre. Then we have Waney starting in fourth. He's starting on the softs. Hodgie all the way back in fifth. He's also going with the soft tyre. Biggie is starting in sixth on the softs, with Slowpoke starting seventh on soft tyres. Niggle starts in eighth on the soft tyre, and Phaser got absolutely stitched up by the random grid, and he's in ninth on the soft tyre. So Sid the Sloth, all eyes are on Sid the Sloth at the moment, and there's a lot of pressure as the lights are on. And he's out. Let's go racing. Sid the Sloth pulls away, and so does the deck. And it's... Where's Sid? No. And Waney G there. I couldn't see Sid in the picture. But yeah, Sid the Sloth doing super jobs there. And Waney gets up alongside Declan. No, Sid the Sloth slipped back. And Castian now moves ahead of him. Oh, my word. Sid the Sloth struggling in the streets of Tokyo as Declan leads this race on the medium tyre. Waney right up and in his rear derriere. Castian third. Sid the Sloth in fourth. Hodgie holds that fifth place ahead of Slowpoke, but Slowpoke coming in strong and fast, ladies and gentlemen. And Hodgie will have to fight for that position as Slowpoke has a look about him one way and another. But Hodgie, race winner of first race, he knows what to do, and he knows where the weak spots are for these focusers. It seems these corners are a struggle for the focus, and the Bummer is having a look up the inside of us, and he's through, ladies and gentlemen. And Phaser gets the door shut right on his nose. Oh, and Niggle also having a nibble, and Slowpoke is feeling like he is getting a battering. Declan still leads on those medium tyres. Waney has not closed in on him yet, but he's on the soft tyre. They'll be up to primo temperature by now, and he will be looking to get some attacking going on. Castian still in third, with Rossi up and into fourth now ahead of Sid the Sloth. And past Hodgie, so Rossi is on. The BMW is blinded, ladies and gentlemen. The BMW is on the move. Look at it go. And Hodgie then in fifth place, Sid the Sloth in sixth, Niggle in seventh, Slowpoke slipping down into eighth, and Phaser fancies a go at him also. Slowpoke on the soft tyres. So Declan leads on the mediums with Waney, the Mad DOGG in his wake. Castian a little further back, Hodgie back ahead of Rossi, and no, Hodgie now ahead of Castian. It's hard to keep a track of these guys. So Hodgie now up to third and chasing the focusers that have got themselves now a small gap from him. Well, Waney's dropped back. Declan's got a lovely gap. Waney's had a moment, hasn't he? Waney must have had a moment because he was closer to Deck than that. And the Declan now scraping the wall as Waney is struggling with the Hodge all up and in his rear derriere. Rossi, the Burtmer working, ladies and gentlemen, on the soft tyre. It's absolutely lighting up the track. Castian down into fifth with Sid the Sloth in sixth now. Slowpoke up to seventh, back ahead of the Niggle, but Niggle's coming back at him. It's side-by-side focus as we go down the straight, and Niggle trying to get up the inside of Slowpoke, but decides to tuck in behind as Slowpoke masterfully takes the corner, and they're closing in on Sid the Sloth now. And let's get on board with Niggle as we see the focusers duel it out. Slowpoke around the outside there of Sid the Sloth through the tunnel, and Niggle trying to pick his moment as well, wants to follow Slowpoke through. Oh, a little scrape with the barrier, so does Sid the Sloth, and that makes it easier for the Niggle as he comes up and into seventh place now as he chases down Slowpoke. Declan still leading this race. Waney is in second, and we saw Hodgie closing in now. Niggle's having a look, and he done that corner absolutely deliciously. He's going to get squashed between a barrier and a focus if he's not careful, and he pulls his nose out of that one, and he sensed the danger going on there. And not like Slowpoke would have done it on purpose, it's just these focusers slide around. I don't think the pilots have much say in where these Focuses end up in the corner. Sid the slot into the barrier. Phaser. Oh my lord, Phaser's not having as good a second race as he did the first. Declan still leads, but he's got a gap. Waney is gapped himself from Hodgie. Hodgie was closing in on Waney, but Waney's pulled a lap out of the bag. 20.1 to 20.4 for Hodgie. Rossi in that fourth place, losing sight of the leaders, and Castian doing a fantastic job in fifth place. But the Slowpoke and Niggle train is coming his way, ladies and gentlemen. They are coming his way as they battle each other. They're heading quite swiftly towards the Castillon. Slowpoke goes for the move, early doors, up and alongside, and Slowpoke slicing through the traffic like they just aren't there. Castian maybe looking after his tyres, doesn't want to push it into the corners as hard. Slowpoke absolutely just throwing it into those corners, but the tyres seem to be doing not so bad. We're a third into this race, and they don't seem to be wearing as bad as they were. Niggle struggling to get past Castian at the moment, and Slowpoke managing to pull a gap out of the bag. Oh, Slowpoke on, Castian onto the barrier there, and Niggle trying to find a way by, but he's just not getting it. And he's seeing his rival Slowpoke disappear down the road, and now Niggle pulls the trigger, tries to squeeze the Focus through. Castian's got the inside line here. This could be messy. No, he's already through. He's already passed him. It's all right. And Castian in 7th, Sid the Sloth in 8th, and Phaser having a torrid race in the McShady. Declan still leads, ladies and gentlemen. It is fantastical. Waney G in 2nd, and Hodgie closing in, the winner of race 1. In this, the penultimate round of the season. It's going to be so sad to see it go. It's been so exciting. And I don't know, they're talking about what they're doing next. I'm not sure. What? No one's mentioned anything. Yeah, they're cooking up what they're doing next. I think it's on Facebook. It's no secret. I think it's Jaguar Group 3 and Jaguar Group 4 cars, alternating them between races. Ooh, sorry, stretch. So Declan leading. I'm a bit relaxed today, ain't I? This is. Sorry, the wife's away. I'm free, so I just rolled out of bed. I'm still not really. I don't know if you want to know. I am dressed. I just put some trackies on and a t-shirt, but I'm just sort of like hanging around, man. Everything's cool, everything's gravy. Declan leads ahead of the Waney. I'm going to do stuff after this. I'm going to do proper grown-up stuff. After I've done this, I've already put a load of washing in that I've got to hang up because it's quite nice. And then I'm going to have a bath. And then I want to go to Tesco because she left us with no supplies, ladies and gentlemen. We've got nothing. I've got to do proper shopping. So I want to go and do that. So I'm doing grown-up stuff. It's just, first of all, we're doing this. So Declan leads, but Waney and Hodgie are getting close, ladies and gentlemen. They're absolutely closing in on the Focusers. And Declan, oh my word, we saw what tyre woes he had in the first race. Hang on, we'll get back to Declan's tyres. They're good. He's on the mediums, isn't he? That's why. But Waney now is there. We're halfway through the race, and Waney has decided he wants a buffer for Hodgie. And needs to get past Declan, but Declan has been driving beautifully on those medium tyres. Why would you want to choose soft tyres? Declan on the mediums has been more than enough to hold the lead of this race for over 8 minutes, but he's under pressure now as Waney comes in strong and fast. Hodgie also right in the heat of this battle. Big E is in 4th, but he's got a lovely bit of space, and Slowpoke and Niggle still do battle, ladies and gentlemen, as they travel around the circuit. We're on board with Hodgie, and all we're looking at is Focusers, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we've got here. We've got a wall of Focusers in front, and Hoggie's just trying to find a small gap to lead his Lexus through. But at the moment, it's just a wall of Ford. into the tunnel now. This is where we've seen that the focusers are a little bit iffy on the turn-in. Oh, something. Did Hodgie have a little knock with the barrier? I heard a bang somewhere. Everything looks okay here, but Hodgie then right on the tail end. Waney can't find a way past the deck, and Declan absolutely trouncing it at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Driving his... Oh, he's hit the wall there, though. But I think Waney may have done as well. Not hard enough for damage, but enough to slow him down. As Hodgie now closing in. He's got the fastest lap. Waney pulls the trigger. He's up alongside. And that is Waney G through to the lead. And Hodgie follows him through into second place. And poor old Declan for one knock on a wall. And that is what it cost you as these two come through furiously racing here through the streets of Tokyo. It is amazing to see here. An unbelievable sight. Waney, the Maddeo Double G, leading the championship, leading the race as Hodgie sets about him, and Declan wants the position back after leading the race for nearly 10 minutes. It seems unfair. Rossi is in fourth place, unharassed by anyone. Slowpoke and Niggle are still doing battle. Slowpoke's tyres are staying in a little better than Niggle's, but Niggle's come through. Slowpoke must have knocked the wall, and Niggle through. It's the wall that's the winner today, ladies and gentlemen. It is taking casualties left, right and centre. Castian in seventh place. Fazer has made it up ahead of Sid the Sloth. And but he's having a torrid race too, is Fazer. Sid the Sloth in ninth place. Castian holding on to that seventh, but he does have Fazer resetting himself. A 21-2 last time out, and he's closing in on Castian. Then we've got Slowpoke following Niggle around. Rossi on his own in fourth. Declan in that third. And oh my God, look at this. Hodgie and Waney do battle, ladies and gentlemen. This is the championship duel, the duke out of the season. It is a championship showdown. Waney G in the blue corner, weighing in at Ford Focus pounds. Waney the Maddeo Double G. And in the white corner, weighing in at Lexus pounds, I bring you Hodgie, and he's through, ladies and gentlemen. Hodgie absolutely slammed Lexus and put down a new lesson for the Waney G, and it's Hodgie now that leads this race. He's going for the double. Can he? He'll be at the back though. He'll be at the back, so that third race and on medium tyres, it will be impossible to win. So we're not talking a trio of wins here, but a double race win in a round is hard to get, ladies and gentlemen. So Hodgie doing the impossible, but it's not over yet, because Waney the Maddeo Double G still has 2.5 minutes to try and take the lead away from Hodgie. But the focus as it gets later in the... Oh, Rossi's up. Declan's fallen behind the Ross. Oh my word, Rossi just did a 1:19.6. Hang on about him. Goddamn second here. What the schnizzle? Because I've been saying Rossi's on his own. Rossi's on his own. Nothing's happening to Rossi. There's Biggie, safe fourth place. Nothing happening. And in the background, like a secret spy, he's been slowly banging out those lap times. And now, look at him. He's up and upon Declan, and he deals with him like he's just not there. Rossi slamming BMW, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, it was a tight move, but I think it was okay. He gave him space. So Rossi up and into third spot. I'm no steward, so don't go on my eye. It looked okay. Waney's still trying to get that lead back from Hodgie. Hodgie slamming it, and Rossi then up and into third. Declan slipping down to fourth. It is an absolute... He was leading this race for 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. The first 10 minutes was all about the deck. and now he slipped down into 4th place. Nigel is next, but Nigel has tyre woes, and he's got Slowpoke following him around like a lost puppy. Castian in 7th place, trying to keep Phaser at bay, and Phaser trying to get something out of this race. He lost a podium, shall we say, in the first race, and he's had a torrid start in the second race, but now a chance to get points. But Sid the Sloth also in the action. My good golly gosh, what racing shall we watch? Do you want to watch 7th, 8th and 9th duke it out? And Sid the Sloth goes for the move on Phaser. Sid the Sloth pulling it off, ladies and gentlemen, and Castian beware, because Sid the Sloth is on his way through. Phaser fighting the Mercedes more than he's fighting the Focusers, and Sid the Sloth pulling out all the stops now, and Phaser's right up and in his rear derriere. We're at 14 minutes, we've got 1 minute left of racing here, and where can we watch the racing? Is it Hodgie and Wayne? No, they've gapped up a little bit, but Rossi hasn't. Rossi didn't get the memo. We've not finished racing yet. Oh, what's happened to Rossi? He's gone all the weary. His car slid there, I think. He had a little bit of oversteer into the corner. It looked weird. Oh no, Rossi's slowing down. Oh no, Wayne G. Safe in second, Declan back up to third, because it looked like Rossi's BMW decided to point the wrong way and go into the barrier. Nigel in 5th, he's safe from Slowpoke. Phaser has got ahead of Castian. Castian's ended up behind all of them. His tyres are done, ladies and gentlemen. Castian's tyres are shot to pieces. Sid the Sloth behind Phaser, and Phaser scrambles out of this race with something, a little bit of summer. We've got 10 seconds of racing now as these guys come up towards the line. I think they're going to get another lap, possibly. Maybe Hodgie on his own. Crosses the line. Wayne gets across. Declan finishes in 3rd, and Rossi nearly getting it back. Shall we go back? Because I think Rossi was on an absolute banger there. I think Rossi wanted that 3rd place back. And if they could have got across the timer in time, look at him, he's right there. It's a Phaser story again, isn't it? Ooh, Declan only just got that 3rd ahead of Rossi. Nigel comes home in 5th place. He has had some fun, hasn't he, with Slowpoke out there. And wow, it went weird. Slowpoke finishes in 6th, Nigel 5th. Phaser staying ahead. What's the battle between Wayne and the Hodge? The Hodge looks like he's got it under control, but Wayne is trying to come back at him. Phaser bringing it around. He looks safe from Sid the Sloth at the moment, and Castian's tyres are absolutely shot, so Phaser does look good for that 7th spot. Wayne trying to get the win away from Hodgie, but Hodgie seems set for that one, and here we go. Phaser crosses the line in 7th place. Sid the Sloth gets himself 8th place, Castian a little further back. Hodgie then maintaining ahead of Wayne. Wayne trying to throw everything he's got at the Hodge Meister, but Hodgie can take it, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a solid back, and he can take that pressure. And Wayne all the way to the line is not playing around. And Hodgie just getting points, just getting small points to try and bring this championship, and I still don't think it's going to be enough. And Hodgie takes the 2nd win of the day. 2 races, 2 wins. Brilliant stuff. Wayne brings it home in 2nd. Great racing from all involved. Oh, I like to go through the field, sorry. So Hodgie took the win. Wayne G got 2nd. Declan just about got that 3rd place. Rossi comes home in 4th. Nigel in 5th. Slowpoke 6th. Phaser in 7th. Sid the Sloth in 8th, with Castian rounding it all out in 9th. Vodka Rob in the chat saying, yo, yo, yo. Good afternoon, Vodka Rob. Welcome to Saturday. I don't know about your end of the country, but down at the bottom end of the country, it is glorious. Right. Race 3 then, ladies and gentlemen. And then it's only one more round to go. And it's going to either be Hodgie or it's going to be Wayne that we bow our heads and call El Championo. I think it's Wayne. I think Wayne's got quite a distance on this championship. The last time I read the table out, I think he was like 70 points ahead. But you never know what's going to happen. But Wayne's doing just enough at the moment to stay in the fight. He's not... Oh, he's got another dark one. Did I click on the wrong one? I didn't click on the wrong one, did I? Hang on, let's have a look. That's not right, is it? That's not... Hodgie, Waney, Declan, Rossi, Nigel. How did they all end up ahead of Slowpoke? And Fazer? Oh, it's just the top 8 reversed? It might be... I can't remember how they do the grid now. I thought it was like something like the top 5 and then reverse it. Maybe that's how it is. So yeah, Slowpoke. Yeah, no, that's how it is. Slowpoke ahead of Fazer, ahead of Sid the Sloth, who was ahead of Castian. Yeah, it's just that's 4, it seems. But yeah. Yeah, no, all is in order, ladies and gentlemen. It is fine. Do not concern yourselves. This is race 3. I have not gotten it wrong. They should have probably saved their soft tyres for this race then, because it's cooler at night. Vodkrop saying, yeah, it's grand here too. Beautiful. Summer is upon us nearly. Well, the British summer. So enjoy the weekend. It might be over. It's probably raining Monday. Slowpoke then is on pole position on the mediums. Fazer in second on the mediums. Sid the Sloth is third on the mediums. Then we have Castian fourth on the mediums. Nigel has opted for mediums in the fifth place. Then we have Rossi in sixth on soft tyres. Declan in seventh on mediums. Waney eighth on mediums. And Hodgie starting from the back in ninth on the medium tyres. What is this race going to unfold, ladies and gentlemen? You've got to say Rossi's looking good with those soft tyres against a field that are all on mainly mediums. The lights are on. Let's go racing. And Slowpoke pulls away, as you would expect, in that amazing focus off the line. And Fazer maintains second place, but Sid the Sloth, it will be coming at him at a rate of knots. And he's got Castian and Nigel all there as well. Remember, no grip on the medium tyres. They'll be getting a little bit of a surprise when they apply the brakes and they don't seem to slow the car down. Sid the Sloth third. Rossi slipped a bit, has he? No. Someone slipped, and I'm not sure who it was. Slowpoke leads, Fazer in second, Sid the Sloth in third. I think it's Castian may have slipped behind Nigel and Rossi. Castian then. Oh, the focus rarely around, and who was that? Oh, it was Declan. Oh, poor Declan. Not what he wanted. Not what he wanted, ladies and gentlemen. So, Declan, 8th place. He's got Hodgie sniffing around, and the car... Oh, no, he hit Waney in front of him. Sorry. So it was Waney G and Declan taking the focuses all out of the action. Hodgie moving up and into 7th place, chasing down Castian. It's going to be a safety car. It's going to be a safety car, and Fazer is leading from Slowpoke. So somewhere along the way, Fazer managed to get past Slowpoke, I'm sure, before they called the safety car. No, this looks like a safety car. Maybe. No, they must be still racing. Now maybe the safety car has been called. Maybe they said the safety car, there was a safety car and it went off beautifully. So maybe the safety car hasn't been called just yet, because they do look like they're still racing out there. But I would assume now that the safety car would have been called after that. Fazer, now the blinkers are on. He's at half accelerator. So Fazer getting a move on Slowpoke there before the safety car, and now finds himself leading the race. And he's hit a barrier at some point during that. And that's good. The damage will wear off before we go racing again. Fazer, Slowpoke, Nigel, Sid the Sloth. Then we have Rossi, Castian, Hodgie, and we're waiting for Waney and Declan to catch back up with the pack. And Waney is virtually there, and Declan almost there. So all back in line. So it'll be down to Fazer to decide when to say go. He's still got his blinkers on at the moment. And everyone just waiting for Fazer. He's probably going to wait until he gets onto the straight, isn't he, and say, let's go racing. That's it. I think he said, let's go racing. They're all planting it now. And Nigel third, Sid the Sloth in fourth. Rossi already going for a move on Castian, or is that Castian going for a move on Rossi? It's Castian. Oh, Castian's out again. We're going to have another safety car. Oh my word, Castian and Sid the Sloth come across each other. My gosh. It's a tight course, and on these medium tyres, where did it happen? Oh, I think Sid the Sloth hit the barrier and then hit Castian there. Oh my, sorry, it's double replay. I don't usually go that far, but I didn't get a good view of it. So he's trying to go up the inside. Oh, he hit Niggle, hit the barrier, and then all chaos ensued. Good golly, Miss Molly. The medium tyres here at Tokyo are not going all that well. Phaser sliding out to the barrier. Slowpoke as well, not getting much grip. And Niggle is through and into second, but God almighty, you can barely see half of the action that's going on here, and it's happening fast and furious as Niggle goes up and ahead of Phaser. Niggle now leading this race, but not quite, because Phaser and Niggle side by side all the way around. This is crazy. Crazy town racing, and I love it. As Slowpoke's in the action as well, and there we see Phaser getting through, and Niggle having, I don't know if Phaser helped him into the wall or if he was already heading to the wall, but now Slowpoke is through as well. My good golly, Miss Molly, you sure like to ball. And Hodgie is up into third, but Hodgie's now nearly being taken out. Ho, ho, ho. This is a demolition derby, ladies and gentlemen. Touring cars with walls. Dangerous. Slowpoke taking the lead from Phaser as Waney, the Mad Dio Double G, is up and in the action now. Declan in fourth, Hodgie in fifth with damage. Biggie is in sixth. Now Biggie, I thought, was going to be slamming BMW today with those soft tyres, but it looks like he's been caught up in the midst of all of the chaos. Castian in seventh, Niggle is in eighth place. We saw him leading the race not 1 or 2 laps ago, and Sid the Sloth in ninth, but Slowpoke leads at the moment. It has not been the greatest round for our hero Slowpoke. He has a YouTube video. He does amazing commentaries on URL Racing and other groups. He does tire shredders as well, I found out. And yes, so Mark Wilson, look for him on YouTube. Subscribe, do yourself a favor if you like sim racing and you like to hear someone who actually knows what they're talking about instead of this clown. Then get yourself over to him and get informed. But at the moment, Slowpoke leads the race with Phaser in second, and the Mad Dio Double G is in third ahead of Hodgie, winner of 2 races so far. Of the 2 races that we've had, Hodgie, it's not out of the realms, is it? I said it was going to be impossible because he's going to be starting from the back on a set of mediums. That the trio, the almost impossible 3-win round could be on the cards, and he's got Waney and Phaser duking it out, and Phaser slipping, isn't he? Slipping. That's Slowpoke through, and now Waney fancies a piece of the McShady, and the McShady at the moment holding his own, but he's had a knock with the wall, and Waney wants a piece of that action. Where is he going to pull the trigger, though, because there is no room, and he's closed right in on the McShady. The McShady's destination is the barrier, and Waney says that all day, but no, he's closed that door on the outside. Waney has to rethink that situation, and no, Hodgie's through. Oh my word, oh my word. I think we had a little hold up there for Waney. Didn't want to get the gap that he wanted, and Hodgie just slipped it on through and said, fine, I am having that one then. Hodgie up to third, fantastic. No, up to second, he gets past Phaser as well, and Waney now goes through. Phaser being slowed down the straight. Oh, big damage for Phaser, that's why. And Declan will be having a sniff at the Belgium. Slowpoke meanwhile disappearing into the distance, but he's got the Hodge chasing him down, winner of the first 2 races. And Hodge is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Waney does not want that kind of points on the board. He does not need Hodgie getting all of those wins. And he's going to be trying to claim that spot. Phaser in fourth. Phaser now, his damage is off. and Declan is hunting him down, but Declan we've seen having a woeful third part of the race with his tyres. But on mediums, it might not be so bad. Niggle's making his way up, and Rossi is not making the impact on those soft tyres that we assumed he could. But Rossi's fighting for every position, but at the moment it is not coming together for the Bertmer. Siddersloff in 8th place as Castian sits in 9th. Slowpoke leads. A 1:20.8 last time around from the Focus driver. Hodgie a 20.5. Similar times. Waney 21.3, but I think this one's going to be different. 20.2. Hodgie a 19.9 and takes the fastest lap of the race. Slowpoke a 21.1, and he's beware, danger, Mr. Robinson. So Slowpoke could be under threat from the Hodgemeister and the Waney of G's. Phaser is under threat right now from Niggle. Niggle having a look one way, having a look another way, and he's he's going to have to slow down for that one. My gosh, ladies and gentlemen, the racing we are being treated to, and it's not on malice. There's no space. They have the momentum to get by, but they just don't have the space. And it's if the car comes across your front, the car comes across your front. We can see it from, who was it? It was Niggle, wasn't it? Where is he? Oh, he was waiting, bless him. We can see it from his point of view if you want. I don't think there was any malice in that whatsoever. He just had momentum. He looked one way, he thought there's a gap there, and well, I don't think it just wasn't a gap, was there? But he was hoping. There was hope there for a gap. Maybe he thought he could make a gap. Oh, and now he's having to wait for Phaser, and there comes Phaser now. And Niggle knows what he's done. Oh, what a racing we have been treated to, ladies and gentlemen. I know, but I don't think it's the driving. I honestly think it's just the track, the medium tyres, all of that combo together is just causing mayhem, and I am here for it. I like it. It's great. Declan in 4th place with the Big E up to 5th now. He was down in 7th. He's made a couple of positions with the Niggle and Phaser tragedy. And Niggle now has to chase down Phaser and try and get past him the right way. Slowpoke leads, but Hodgie is in the vicinity. If it was Alien, Slowpoke's bleeper would be going blip, 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 blip. And Hodgie is all up and in his busyness. As Waney sits back, he says, yeah, I know how this story goes. So on board with Waney, the Mad Dio Double G. He's looking up the inside. No, oh, don't try and put your nose there. We've seen that come a miss for our man Niggle. We were at 9 minutes in this race, 6 minutes left to go of the penultimate round. And Hodgie, the headlights just went across your laser thing on the back there, and it looked awesome. Here we go, Waney's found a way through. Has he though? No, the Lexus maintains the battleage that we are getting for the lead here, ladies and gentlemen, is unbelievable. Slowpoke leads from Hodgie, and Waney is in there as well. Declan 4th, but being caught by the soft-tired Bertmer of Rossi, aka Biggie, sliding the BMW through the corners as he tries to grab that 4th place. How's the gap? It's a big gap, but we've only got 5 minutes, and these guys on the medium tyres. If Rossi really could get past the deck and get a move on, he could come up and join this battle for the lead, possibly. But Declan on those medium tyres, we saw when he led the race, a force to be reckoned with. He's not playing, and he's going to be tough, a tough nut to crack, ladies and gentlemen. In the chat, Vodka Rope, Slowpoke is Mark Wilson, isn't he? Yeah, he is. The YouTube channel there. Mark Wilson, yeah, Slowpoke. So Slowpoke at the moment right there ahead of the Hodge. But the Hodge has got the moves, ladies and gentlemen, and he is showing them to us. Not quite. Slowpoke still ahead. That Focus. It's got grunt, ladies and gentlemen. It's got grunt. Got Hodgie sniffing everywhere on the track. And it just looks like the Lexus has got the Focus beat. And oh, the Focus again. Big, heavy beast going out wide there, hitting the barrier. And Hodgie, his Lexus just looks a lot more nimble, doesn't it? It looks a little bit more agile through the corners. As you watch the Focus, it looks cumbersome and heavy. Wayne just sitting back from this battle and waiting to see what happens. Hodgie having a sniff at Slowpoke. Slowpoke, though, winner multiple times this season. He knows how to keep a hold of a lead, ladies and gentlemen. And Slowpoke doing just that. A wonderful job keeping Hodgie in his place, knowing that this is a very tight track. And you have to be a brave man to try and pull a move, especially against the Focuses, because they slide around a lot. So Slowpoke at the moment maintaining the lead from the Hodge. And Wayne is sitting back, spectating this one and hoping they both go into a wall. Oh, and this is it, is it? Hodgie having a sniff. And no. Slowpoke maintaining his defensive line and not allowing Hodgie any kind of gappage, which is bringing Wayne back into the fold, ladies and gentlemen. Biggie has got past himself a deck. Biggie up and into fourth now. Does he have the time? No, 2.5 minutes. It's going to be tough for him to close in on this battle, but Slowpoke maintaining Hodgie and Wayne as he needs to. We've got, what, 2 laps probably left of the race. Can Slowpoke keep these guys behind? He's doing a fabulous job. Hodgie just cannot find a way by, and Wayne G is there for the ride. Rossi in fourth now. I said he can't do it, but he did appear from nowhere in that last race. So possibly, but he's quite far away from him. Declan in fifth. He wants that fourth place back. He's staying with the Wurt. Niggle is up to sixth. He got past Phaser properly, and Phaser in seventh. Sid the Sloth in eighth, and Castian in ninth. Not a great round for Castian. Hodgie's in the lead. Sorry. Oh my good golly gosh. Here we go. We need to go earlier than that, don't we? It's already happening. So up the hill, and Hodgie, he's up. He's not quite alongside Slowpoke. I think he hit the wall there, and that has been an easy one for the Hodge. I think the Focus sliding into the barrier a little bit has let Hodgie through. Now Wayne wants a piece. Wayne wants a piece, and the Focus is nearly costing each other a lot of time there, and giving Hodgie a free ride. And Wayne then thinks better of it, sits in behind Slowpoke. Slowpoke wants that second place, Wayne. He doesn't care about your championship. And Hodgie back in the lead for the trio, ladies and gentlemen. For the 3 racers, Hodgie now leading. Slowpoke in second, or Wayne, the Mad Dio Double G, wants to get by, but just cannot. He's been watching Hodgie struggling, and Rob saying, thought so, yeah, struggling with watching Hodgie struggle to get past the Poke. But he does do it. He's up and through, but he's hit the barrier. Slowpoke could come back at him because he's going to have a bit of aero damage. He's got aero damage, so Slowpoke every opportunity to get back by the Wayne, and Hodgie slam dunk. The king of the streets, king of Tokyo, ladies and gentlemen. Take a boo. Rossi in fourth. Can he catch the fighting Focusers? And no, we've got 10 seconds left of this race, ladies and gentlemen, who might not get across the line. So they're going to get across the line. Rossi's going to get across the line. He's going to get another lap. And so is Declan. So it's going to be Niggle, I think, is our first finisher, ladies and gentlemen, in 6th place ahead of the Phaser. And these two had a very interesting battle throughout this race. Oh, are they not at the line yet? I thought that was the line. Where's the line then? Castian? No, that's not the line. Oh, These guys are going to be the first across the line. Hey, they're all going to finish on the same lap. So Hodgie against Waney and Slowpoke in third. And it's Hodgie, 3 wins in a row. Wonderful stuff. Waney in second. And Slowpoke takes that podium. Rossi in fourth place. Great drive in the Burtmer word. Declan comes home in fifth with Niggle staving off Phaser. Phaser trying anything he can on this final lap to try and grab that 6th place back. But it's Niggle that crosses the line. And Niggle in 6th, Phaser in 7th. Sid the Sloth bringing it home ahead of Castian. And Sid the Sloth, it's not too bad. It's not too shabby. Not finishing last. And there you go. 8th place for Sid the Sloth and Castillon. Not around, he will probably want to remember. Tyre wear was hideous for him. You're just too heavy on your cornering, my friend. Comes home in 9th. Let me pause because it'll be a blank screen. Wowzers, ladies and gentlemen. Wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Hodgie pulling a triumph. A triumph. Whatever fancy word you call it when you win 3 in a row for the Hodgemeister. I don't think that's happened this season. Round 9, and I just don't think we have seen that happen. I may be wrong because I'm very forgetful. Ooh, big stretch again, ladies and gents. Wow. So Hodgie takes 3 wins from 3 races. He was a force to be reckoned with this evening. He was in the zone. On top form. Great drive from the Hodge. Waney, the Mad D-O double G, always on the podium, always within a position of Hodgie, maintaining his championship, ladies and gentlemen. Losing a couple of points, but nothing serious. I'm sure before the last round, I will find the championship table. I couldn't see it. I really couldn't see it. But I think our man who does the tables, the Ice Derg, who's not here as well, he's away watching motorbikes go round in circles. So he's a busy boy. He's a busy boy. We can't expect tables. He has to have fun too, you know, ladies and gentlemen. So, yes, I am sure before the big showdown in the final round, we will have some sort of triple. There you go. Says Vodka Rob. Waney in second, Slowpoke in third. Great points for Slowpoke. This round started very, very badly for him, but he ended up with some good positions. He must be pleased how that turned out. Big E, I wanted him to get this win. I thought he was going to, but he got held up all in the midst of the traffic, and it was wild out there in the pack. Declan in fifth, and even softs or mediums, he can destroy a set of tyres like no one. With Niggle coming home in sixth, having his issues with Phaser, who was in seventh, but we enjoyed it, even if them two may not have. I think they would have done. It was fun, wasn't it? Sid the Sloth in 8th and Castian in 9th. That, ladies and gentlemen, was round 9 of the UTCC, the Ultimate Touring Car Championship, the Replica British Touring Car Championship, run by the Ultimate Racing League. This was League 2. That was round 9. I was thingamajig. I had a great ball. I thank you all for being here and being part of whatever this is, just watching it, being, you know, involved. It's nice. It's nice to have you around. Thank you. I appreciate you all. This is going to be a mad weekend, actually. I will do a quick one. Be a mad weekend. I've got Radicals I'm hoping to do again today. And Sunday morning, I'm hoping to get some tyre shredding in. So 2 more streams I'm behind this weekend that I'm going to try and slam in there. So, yeah, I might become annoying this weekend. Just try and maybe unsubscribe from the channel just for the weekend. I'm not telling you to unsubscribe, I am. But or is there a notification thing you can turn off? Because, yeah, I'm probably going to be dropping a couple of streams, and I know it gets irritating because it's for multiple different leagues. So not one league doesn't want to watch another league. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You know, it's Oh, 6 hours of Spa is on now, so maybe I'll commentate on that instead, internally. So, okay, Tiru, don't miss the 6 hours of Spa. Peace and love. Peace and